Today, we're taking a look at 5 more of the best cases you can get for the Samsung Galaxy A54. The first case we're going to take a look at is from Harari. This is their Flexi Shield case, and you can see why. The material they've used here is incredibly flexible and should provide some good drop protection as well. Putting it on the phone, you'll notice that this is no clear case. In fact, it has this smoked effect, which gives it a nice little tint of black. You'll also notice once it's on the phone that all 4 corners of the case have this reinforced material as well. Then, putting your attention to the sides of the phone, you've got some nice clicky buttons as well. The power button's also ridged, which is nice because all the buttons are on one side of the phone here, so it's easy to find which button you're pressing. Overall, a really stylish case, and I like the fact that Harari have raised all 4 corners of the case so it sits flush with the table. Next up, we've got the Rinky Fusion case. Now this looks pretty similar, however you can instantly tell it's made from a harder plastic material on the back. The edges of the case are still nice and soft, so it should be easy to pop on and off your phone. Once it's on the phone, you can instantly see that you've got this nice matte sort of effect on the back. I think it looks good, however I'm not really a fan of the top left hand corner here where the cameras are, because you've got a bit of a contrast and it just looks a bit weird in my personal opinion. Looking at the edges of the phone, you'll notice there's no extra material in the corners like we saw on the previous case from Harari. However, you still have a lanyard and wrist strap hole on either side of the case, and also some really nice clicky buttons as well. Once again, Rinky have also increased the material in all 4 corners of the phone on the back, meaning it does sit flush with the table. Next up, we've got Elixir's Wallet case. And straight away you can definitely see it's a different style of case than the previous 2. For a start, it's just completely black and made out of this sort of fake leather material. Overall, I don't think it looks bad, and yet it doesn't have that plastic smell to it either. Popping the phone in, you'll notice that it fits into its own little case within the wallet, and on the other side you'll notice that there's room for 3 cards, and if you open this up, you've got some room for some cash as well. When you close the case, you'll notice a nice magnetic clasp, and the whole design is more minimalist. One part I really like about this case is the fact it also doubles as a kickstand. Another nice touch that Elixir have included is the fact that the magnetic clasp doesn't actually go over the power button. This means you'll still be able to wake your phone while opening the cover. Next up, we've got an interesting entry from Tech21. This is their FlexiShock case. What I do like about this case though is that it comes with some interchangeable buttons. This will give the case a different look depending on which buttons you put in it. Now, popping this case on the phone, you'll also notice that it's got this nice pattern sort of etched into it. It's quite subtle and again just makes it stand out from the other cases that we've already taken a look at. Now, it's no surprise that the buttons that they've included are extra clicky. This is thanks to them being floating compared to just made out of the material of the case. Other than that, there's not a massive amount to say about this case. There's no lanyard or wrist strap holes on either side, and while the case does feel like it will protect the phone well, it doesn't have any reinforced edges over what's already there. Overall, a nice case, and I really like the fact that they've added these extra buttons in as well. Next up, we've got the Zizo Bolt case. Now, this case is a little bit of a do-it-all. For a start, it's hefty, so it's definitely going to protect your phone if you drop it. However, Zizo don't want you to drop it in the first place, because in the box, they've also included a lanyard, a belt clip, and also a screen protector, so even if you do drop it, the screen shouldn't crack. Now, even though this is a bulky case, the buttons actually feel fairly good. Now, they're nowhere near as clicky as the other cases we've taken a look at, however, they don't feel that mushy. Now, on the back of the case, you've also got this nice kickstand that you can lock in place with this small latch. While this does fit flush with the case, there is also these ridges on the back of the case, so it's not entirely flat. In fact, overall, it's a bit of a garish design. It's not for everyone, however, I know certain people that love this style of case. And yes, if you're wondering, if you put it on a flat surface, it does rock around. Around the front of the case, overall, it's safe to say this is definitely going to be the most protective case for your A54. So there we go. 5 more cases you can get for the Samsung Galaxy A54. I think personally, although they're all great, I have to say the Tech21 wins it for me. Although it does rock on a flat surface, I think they've won me over with the inclusion of some different buttons. If you'd like to purchase any of these cases or just check out the rest of our A54 range, check out the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe.